Hey, today we're gonna take a complete dive into not one but two big name lounges in Hong Kong International Airport and see which one is better for you. They are the Amex Centurion Lounge and the Chase Sapphire Lounge. Let me just start by saying that personally, I love the Sapphire Lounge way more, as later you will see that it's just a much better lounge overall. So let's just get the Amex Lounge out of the way first. Both lounges are located near Gate 60, the other side of the airport. We're gonna look at the entry policy, amenities, and the overall impression. To enter the Centurion Lounge is pretty straightforward. You just need to have the American Express Platinum card or the Black Centurion card, as well as the business counterparts. You can also enter if you hold the Delta Reserve card, but your flight has to be marketed or operated by Delta. Just remember that your flight has to be 3 hours or less away from departure. Now, your Platinum cards can be from any country. The only concern is the entry policy of your guest. For US Platinum card holders, you need to spend over $75,000 a year to have 2 free guests with you. Otherwise, it's $50 per person or $30 if below 17 years old. Non-US card holders, you can continue bringing in 2 guests for free. For detailed entry policy, I've put down a link in the description. For the amenities offered in this lounge, there are 2 meeting rooms as we passed by them earlier near the entrance. There's also a Black Card members only section which is on the left side of the buffet. I can't enter for obvious reason. Food-wise, it's alright, not fantastic, but passable. The biggest draw of this lounge is the amazing selection of cocktails that will be served in the afternoon. So forget about the food, just come here for the booze. There are also 2 shower suites, but they are both occupied when I was there. It's also a pretty small lounge with just 8,000 square feet of space. Even though it's a pretty nice lounge, but it's way hella busy. I won't be surprised if the guest access policy of non-US cards will be matched to the US counterparts in future, and as of now, it's open from 7 AM to midnight. Time do change from time to time. Just a few months ago, the operating time was from 3 PM to midnight, so always double check. And don't forget about the 3 hours departure policy. Unless you're transiting, then you can come anytime while it's open. Alright, let's head next door to the Chase Lounge. The Chase Sapphire Lounge is literally 1 minute away on the same level, and in my opinion, the best non-airline lounge in this airport. Opened in late 2022, it is Chase Bank's very first lounge ever, and not just in the US, and many more are set to come. Who knows why Hong Kong was chosen to be the first one. The lounge is open from 8 AM to 8 PM and has 12,000 square feet of space. It feels very spacious due to the pseudo open-air design. Now listen up, the access policy. All you need is a normal priority pass or any major lounge membership to get you in, including the one offered by American Express, funny enough. Now there's one thing I want to point out is that in the US, when more Chase lounges are open, only the Chase Sapphire Reserve card gets you unlimited access with 2 free guests. Any priority pass or lounge membership program can only get you in once across the entire network of Chase lounges. So not once a year per location, but only once per network. So if you visit the Boston location once this year, you can't visit any other Chase lounges anywhere else for the remainder of this year. That's a very interesting entry policy, but for good reason. However, the Hong Kong location is spared from this policy for now. Your priority pass will work just as normal here, but it may change in the future. Alright, policy aside, the lounge has a very nice interior design with lots of seating area and plenty of natural light. While most buffet items are near the entrance, you can also use the QR code on the table to order other food items, and they will bring them to you very shortly. The lounge also has a nice bar, although I'll give the Centurion Lounge a 1-up for this one. Alcoholic options are more typical in this lounge. Doesn't mean it's bad, it's just something that the Amex Centurion Lounge does better in this regard. But food-wise, I think the Chase Lounge has better options and variety. One notable amenity that is missing in this lounge is shower suite. There isn't any here. You will have to use other priority lounges for that. Also, you are only limited to 3 hours of use of this lounge if you are not transiting, same as the Centurion Lounge policy that you can enter if your departure flight is over 3 hours away, which I'm seeing more lounges are adopting this policy globally to reduce crowding issue. I mean, look at this lounge, isn't it nice to not have it super crowded and allowing each visitor to have a nicer time here? Earlier in the video, I said that I much prefer this Chase Lounge over the Centurion Lounge, and I hope now you see why. It simply has more seats and space, and it is a newer facility by 5 years to be precise. If you have access to both Centurion and Chase Lounge, I would say this Chase Lounge is a better pick, and is an obvious choice among all the priority pass lounges in this airport by far. But there are better lounges here which I will go over in the future months, such as all the 5 Cathay lounges, Qantas, and Emerald lounges are all in the pipeline, so consider subscribing to this channel to not miss any updates. And until next time, bye for now.